Welcome to 365 Inspired Yoga Classes. My name is Janet and today is day 61 and we are inspired by relaxation, yoga to relax. So let me suggest you get some props. They'll help us to relax. I would recommend a blanket, have a couple blocks and a strap. So we'll begin by placing the blanket down over the length of your mat. So we're going to provide a nice soft cushy mat for our practice today by adding this blanket. Oh, there we go. Once you get your blanket set up, come to lying all the way down on your mat. Ah, that feels so good. So as you begin to settle in, perhaps you close your eyes and just notice, how do you feel in your body? Are you carrying stress in your shoulders? Do you feel it in your chest or in your abdomen? Just notice, where are you holding tension in your body? Let's begin to relax the body further with 3 rounds of 3-part breathing. To do this 3-part breathing lying down, place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. You can keep your eyes open or you can close your eyes. So let's start with an open mouth exhale. Just let all the air out. Breathe in a little bit into your belly. Feel it rise. Pause. Take in a little more air. You'll start to feel your lower rib cage expand. Pause. And then breathe in as much as you can. Just take in as much air as you can. Pause and then open your mouth and let the air flow out slowly. It's breathing through the nose, breathe into the belly, pause. Breathe into your chest, pause. Breathe all the way up into your shoulders, pause. And then open your mouth and let the air flow out slowly. One more round, here we go. Inhale to the belly. Inhale into your chest. One more time, deep breath in, all the way up into the shoulders. And then open your mouth and let the air flow out slowly. Good. Let's take this into a full body stretch. Breathe gently and deeply. Your legs together if you like, and point your toes and extend your arms over your head, maybe interlacing your fingers and sending your pointer fingers out, just stretching out as long as you can. Take 3 slow, gentle breaths here, just stretching, releasing tension in the body. And then from here, open your body to a great big letter X shape. So spreading your legs out wide, opening your arms, whoops, into a great big letter X shape. From this shape, start to reach through the right hand and the left foot. So you're extending diagonally across the body, just feeling that big stretch. And then changing it up and extending through the left hand and the right foot. And take 3 long, slow, deep breaths here. Feeling yourself stretching, breathing nice and slow, extending. Good. Awesome. And then start to come back in, bending your knees. Place your feet on the mat right beneath your seat. Maybe the feet are separated a little bit, and then lower your hands right down there by your hips. Just pausing to feel this stretch for a few breaths, noticing what it feels like. And then it's just a little bit of motion. We're going to tilt the pelvis under, so tucking your pelvis under, noticing how it releases all the lower back to the mat when you take this little pelvic tilt, just noticing how that feels. Taking a few breaths here. This is a great release. If you did feel tension in your lower back, you might find some release here. And then we're going to tilt the pelvis the other way. So you're going to rock your tail down, your buttocks down as your back arches and the belly seems to lift. We're just feeling this little arch to the back and noticing how that feels. I like the pressure of the lower back, the sacrum area on the mat. Hopefully that feels good in your body. Now we'll move with the breath. So breathing in with this tilt, and as you breathe out, tuck the pelvis under, pushing the low back down. As you inhale, lift the belly and rock the pelvis. Exhale, tuck the pelvis under. Good. Keep going with your breath, 3 or 4 or 5 times, moving slow. Today is a class about relaxing, finding this time to relax, relaxing and feeling your body releasing tension. Good. And then come back to just that neutral spine. Toe heel your feet to the outer edges of your yoga mat. So you can feel the yoga mat or the blanket dissecting the arches of your feet, and bring your knees close together. This is a great hip stretch, just opening up the lower back and kind of stretching the external parts of the hips right through here. Relaxing in this posture for a few breaths, noticing the sensations that you feel in your body. Hopefully these are really nice, relaxing, comforting feelings in your body. And then allow the knees to separate as you toe heel your feet toward the center of your mat. Allow the bottoms of your feet to touch and feel your knees falling open like butterfly wings. Your hips seem to open up, and hopefully this also feels really good. As you pause and just release, relax on your mat. Check in with your breath from time to time and let it also be slow and easy. One more breath here. Nice. And then slowly begin to draw your knees up toward each other. And then bringing the knees together, allow your knees to rock side to side. Just feeling the lower back massage against the mat. Maybe you notice it in your gluteal muscles and your butt muscles. Well, let's relax from here into a gentle twist by allowing both knees to drop over to the left. And maybe you turn your gaze to the right, reaching your arms out if you like the letter T. If you don't feel much stretch and you want more, start to draw your knees up towards your left elbow. And if you want another stretch, your left hand might come to the right thigh. Turning your gaze to the right completes the spinal twist. Enjoy this gentle stretch for about 3 or 4 breaths. And then let's relax the knees back up toward the middle. From here, I invite you to draw your knees up into your chest, giving your low back a little extra stretch. Taking a few breaths here to enjoy this extension and stretch through the lower back. And now release your feet back down right beneath your seat. Rock your knees gently side to side. And then slowly allow your knees to drop over to the right. And take this twist as gently or deeply as you like. You can intensify it or change it by drawing the knees up towards your right arm. Maybe your right hand comes to the left thigh. Your left hand can reach out to the left as your gaze travels left. We'll just pause and enjoy this directional twist for 3 to 4 breaths. Soaking up the relaxation, the gentle stretching. Breathing slow helps your body relax. And then ever so slowly unraveling the twist, drawing the knees back, up, feet to the mat. Let's bring the knees into the chest for an extra little stretchy squeeze. Taking a few breaths here, noticing how good this feels in your back. And then roll your whole body to one side or the other and push yourself into a seated position. So as you come to seated, you may find that it's helpful to have the extra props nearby. Maybe you'd like to sit on a block that would really boost your hips, or you could take an extra blanket and fold it over and sit on that extra blanket. There we go. So make it in a comfortable seated position for yourself. Let's sweep our arms up high, bringing our palms together to touch overhead. And as you breathe out, bring your hands down to your heart space. Gaze down over your fingertips or close your eyes and just take a moment to notice how relaxed you have come. How we have intentionally relaxed in the beginning of our practice. And let's check in with that intention. Check in with your slow breath. Feel yourself relax. And then open your eyes, and I'd like to share with you a meditation on relaxation, and it's called the 5-finger meditation. And what this does is it helps to reduce anxiety and anchor you in your physical body, because we can get really tense just because our mind is wandering. So we'll slow the breath, and try this with me if you like. Lift up maybe your left hand and take your right finger to the left thumb, the base of the thumb. And breathe in as your right finger traces up to the tip of your right thumb. And breathe out as your right finger comes down to the lower part of the left thumb, between the thumb and the first finger. Inhale and draw the finger up the left finger. And then the right finger, as you exhale, traces down the inside of the left first finger. Inhale as you come up to the tip of the middle finger. Exhale as you trace down to the base of the middle finger. Inhale as you rise up to the ring finger. And exhale as your right finger traces down to the left side of the left ring finger. Inhale up the pinky finger. Exhale down the outside of the pinky finger. Let's do it again as we go back. Inhale up to the tip of the pinky finger. Exhale as you trace down. Inhale up the ring finger. Exhale as your finger slides down. Breathe in as you trace up the middle finger. Breathe out as you go down the middle finger. Inhale up the pointer finger. Exhale as you trace down the pointer finger. Inhale up the thumb. And breathe out as you come down to the outside of your left thumb. Release your hands down to your knees or thighs and sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes for a moment and notice how relaxing that 5-finger meditation was for you. And it certainly is simple, and you can bring it back at any time. Open your eyes, noticing how you feel in your shoulder region. Maybe you feel tight there, or you found tightness in your chest. Let's roll the shoulders forward and up as you breathe in, and as you slowly breathe out, take your shoulders down and back. Feel the relaxation spreading through the upper shoulders, the upper back, and the chest region as your shoulders roll down and back. Do these shoulder rolls a few more times. Just gently releasing tension in the shoulders. One more roll. Then as your shoulders roll down and back, keep your shoulders open as the shoulders roll down and back, and gently lower your chin to your chest. Watch your body breathe here. A few slow breaths. And then slowly lift your head up. With your next exhale, allow your head to drop back. Feel the stretch through your neck and notice if you're holding tension in your jaw. Opening your mouth, lower the jaw and bring your jaw up and down slowly. Feel the stretching of the muscles of your face. Sometimes we hold our tension in the jaw by clenching the teeth, letting that tension go. So open your mouth just a little bit and swivel your jaw gently side to side. That probably looks funny, but what a nice way to release tension in your face. And then bring your head back up to neutral. Taking a few breaths as you elongate through the spine. And then gently lower your left ear towards your left shoulder, feeling the stretch in the right side of your neck. Just breathing the tension, releasing through the right side of the neck. And maybe you take your right hand and reach it down onto the mat to your right side, feeling more stretch through the right side of your neck. Relaxing into this stretch, and it's totally okay to close your eyes if you like and really release. If you extended the right fingers to the mat or floor to your right side, bring your right hand back up to your right knee. Lift your head up, and let's take it to the other side. So you're going to slowly lower your right ear towards your right shoulder, feeling the relax and stretch through the left side of your neck. Taking a few breaths here. If you would like to add on, intensify the stretch by reaching your left fingertips toward the left side of your mat. Pausing just to notice how that feels. Relaxing here. Breathe slow. And ever so gently bring your left hand back to your left knee. And bring your head back up. Let's take a moment to look down at the legs and notice how they're crossed. We'll extend the legs out in front of us, just giving them a nice little movement, a little stretch, maybe bending one knee and then the other. Into that, and then the knees and bringing the legs back up and bringing the opposite leg in front. So you've made a little bit of a change. Inviting in a twist into our practice, but before we twist, you really want to feel long through your spine. And then let's start to turn the belly button to the left and allow the right hand to rest on the left thigh, the left hand just gently behind you. Breathe in to find length, and as you breathe out, start to turn your shoulders to the left, pausing just to notice how that feels. Should be no discomfort in the lower back. If that's hurting, you're pulling too hard, soften a little bit forward as needed. Or if you're ready for it, begin to lengthen as you breathe in and turn your gaze to the left as you breathe out. Just pausing to notice this nice, slow, deep stretch. Feeling your breath in your body, and every time your breath flows in, try to grow tall through the spine, and every time your breath flows out, turn your gaze more toward the left. And then slowly and gently begin to unravel your twist, coming back to center. Let's take that same twist in the opposite direction. So begin to turn your belly button to the right, excuse me. Just noticing how that feels, maybe going deeper by twisting your shoulders to the right. And remembering to lengthen up every time you breathe in and turning further to the right as you breathe out. And only if it feels good, begin to turn your gaze to the right, being mindful that we're not forceful on the sacrum bone on the lower back. Breathe in to lift up nice and tall, and breathe out to twist just a little further. Taking a few more breaths here, enjoying the twist. And then slowly, gently begin to unravel your twist. I suggested that you have blocks and a strap, so let's find the strap. Keep the blocks nearby, we'll use them in a moment. And then take the strap and hold it in your hands and send the strap high over your head, just relaxing into this big extended stretch. Just taking a few breaths here. Maybe you can pull the arms back a little, opening the heart further. And then gently begin to tilt over to the left, extending and stretching through the right side body. If it feels like too much work, set the strap down. If it feels supportive, go a little bit further. Good. And then rising back up and going the other way, just stretching over. Breathing slowly as you relax into this side body extension. Come all the way back up and lower the strap down in front of you. So we're going to take this into a seated forward fold with the legs extended. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see this even better. If you are really tight in your hamstrings, you might benefit by taking that extra blanket and placing that blanket right beneath your thighs. Could feel really good. We're going to be using the blocks to enjoy a relaxing back bend in a moment. So before we get there, let's take our blocks behind us into the shape of the letter T. One block lays on its flattest setting long ways toward you, and the second block is perpendicular and will sit upright. Find your strap and place it over the bottoms of your feet. We're just going to pull on the strap gently as we relax over the legs. And notice how I place the blanket so that my knees can stay bent. And I'm not being forceful here, I'm just surrendering forward. Soften over your legs, nice and easy. Feeling your back release here, isn't that delicious? Taking a couple more breaths here. Rise up and set the strap aside. We're done with the strap. You might like to keep the blanket or take it out of the way as we come into a bound ankle stretch where the bottoms of your feet connect and your knees fall open. We did this reclining a little bit at the beginning of class, so now let's take this in a seated position and begin to fold forward over your legs. Allow your back to round and surrender just a little bit more. Allow your chin to drop towards your chest. You could even use your elbows to push the knees open nice and wide. And slowly begin to round up. Bring your hands to the outside of your knees and let your knees draw up as your feet separate toward the outer edges of your mat. This will be a nice release for your back. Place your hands behind you and slowly begin with control to lower onto the blocks. Now as you come down to your elbows, you might need to move the blocks up or down a little bit to get a little bit more support for the upper back as you lie back down. Readjust the headrest to a place that feels really supportive and comfortable for you. You allow the knees to come together if that works for you, and bring your hands over your body so it's like you're giving yourself a little hug. As you relax here, you might start to notice how this separates your shoulder blades. Just taking a few breaths here to really feel the back of your back expand, the upper back expand. And then slowly, gently unravel the arms. We'll take our arms out like the letter T, sort of angling down. So now we're countering that rounded back with an open heart. You can adjust the headrest if you'd like. And then decide if you'd like another adjustment. Maybe you'd rather extend your legs out. That's a nice choice if you feel relaxed there and that works for you. Begin to notice how when you breathe slowly and deeply, the chest space really expands, and as you breathe out, that's where you really find relaxation. So let's enjoy this stretch for 5 slow breaths together. Breathe in. Exhale. It might be nice to relax by closing the eyes. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Once more. Deep breath in. And slow exhale. You're probably feeling really relaxed right now. So move slowly, bringing your feet onto the mat one at a time, right beneath your seat. Allow your knees to gently drop to one side as you roll slowly to that same side off of the blocks, and use your arm strength to come upright to seated. As you arrange yourself seated, sit up nice and tall and bring your hands to rest on your tummy and on your heart. And just slowing down, feeling your breath as I share a quote by the Buddhist monk, I love her, Pema Chodron. We have a choice. We can spend our whole life suffering because we can't relax with how things really are. Or we can relax and embrace the open-endedness of the human situation, which is fresh, unfixed, and unbiased. I hope you feel really relaxed today. Bring your hands to prayer position in front of your heart. I want to thank you for sharing this relaxing practice. From my heart to yours, namaste. So many of you that are enjoying our videos are not actual subscribers. So I'd like to encourage you to please share with friends and family and push that subscribe button and join our yoga family here at Free Yoga Club. I'd love to hear your comments. Thank you so much.